Last year, while you were perhaps preparing your Christmas decorations, stringing up the lights and thinking about what to say to your in-laws when they ask you why you're not married yet, a controversial bill made its way into Parliament rather quietly. 8 months later, it has come into effect on the 1st of August 2016. It was called the National Security Council Bill, if that rings a bell for any of you. So what is this NSC? How does it affect you? Why should you care? In essence, the NSC is a council that has the authority to execute extreme measures to maintain national security in case the shit hits the fan. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department Shahidan Qasim proposed amendments to the bill in December last year, proposing to make the NSC the central authority when it comes to matters relating to national security. It was passed in the Dewan Rakyat just a few days before Christmas, and a couple of months ago it was gazetted as law. This drew massive flack from the opposition MPs all over because it passed without royal assent from His Majesty the Yang di-Pertuan Agong, but instead through Article 66(4)(a) of the Federal Constitution, which states that a bill will become law after 30 days of its passing, regardless whether it is given royal assent or not. This backlash was for two reasons. One, according to the Bar Council, this is the first time Article 66(4)(a) has been invoked to pass a bill without royal assent. And two, it is not because His Majesty did not have time to look at the bill, because the Conference of Rulers back in February returned the bill to the Attorney General's chambers, asking for it to be reviewed, to which Attorney General Apandi Ali said that he would review the NSC Act. Prime Minister Najib also said that he took note of this. The power that this bill grants to the National Security Council is reminiscent of older statutes which have since been repealed, such as the Emergency Ordinance 1969 or the Internal Security Act 1960. It also brings to mind the National Operations Council, established under the Tun Razak administration to restore order after the May 13 riots in 1969, which was dissolved when Parliament was resumed in 1971. The National Security Council has 8 members. The Prime Minister chairs the Council, and the other members are the Deputy Prime Minister, the Home Minister, the Defence Minister, the Communications and Multimedia Minister, the Inspector General of Police, the Chief of Defence and the Chief Secretary, meaning that the members of the Council today are Najib Razak, Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, Hishamuddin Hussein, Saleh Said Kruak, Khalid Abu Bakar, General Zulkifli Muhammad Zin and Ali Hamza. The reason why there are only 7 people on this list is because Ahmad Zahid Hamidi is both the Home Minister as well as the Deputy Prime Minister. The power vested in this council is broad. To start, the council can declare any area a secure area for up to 6 months, and they can renew that declaration indefinitely. The size of the secure area is also indefinite, meaning that the entire country can be declared a secure zone. What happens in these secure zones? The Director of Operations in the Council has the authority to deploy security forces. They can control and direct government entities, evict and resettle people, declare curfews, and temporarily seize property on the grounds of security. If a curfew is violated, it is punishable by up to 3 years in jail and up to 5,000 ringgit fine. Meanwhile, the security officers deployed to the ground in these zones are allowed to arrest anyone suspected to be a security offender without warrant, to use reasonable force to preserve security, to enter and search premises again without a warrant, to confiscate property and belongings, including to take temporary possession of lands and buildings, which includes homes, to control movement and activities, and even destroy property. One very legitimate concern is that this council and the security officers deployed to the ground will be acting quite a bit on hunches and suspicion. Once again, security officers are allowed to arrest anyone without warrant that they suspect to be an offender. The margin for error in their actions just can't be ignored. This is why it's also covered by the NSC Act. The council, which is responsible for issuing orders and the deployment of the security officials, basically the top of the line, has legal immunity over errors on the job. Yes, legal immunity. This, combined with how although the law states that the chairperson of the council is to be advised by the members of the council, he is not obliged to follow the said advice. It has set off many alarm bells with NGOs and opposition MPs. Recently, when the law was published in the Gazette, Hakam Chief Ambiga Srinivasan led a group of NGOs called #TakNakDictator to denounce the passing of the bill, saying that not just the bill, but the gazetting of the bill without royal assent itself is a leap towards dictatorship in Putrajaya. As I quote, "The government has behaved as if they are accountable to no one, neither the rulers nor the people." The NGOs under the #TakNakDictator umbrella are Amnesty International Malaysia, the Coalition for Free and Fair Elections Bersih, the Centre to Combat Corruption and Cronyism C4, the National Human Rights Society, Pertubuhan Ikram Malaysia, Institute Rakyat, Lawyers for Liberty, the Society for Promotion of Human Rights, and Suara Rakyat Malaysia or Suara. Now that the act is in effect, Prime Minister Najib has more powers than ever before. As tensions mount in the region with the South China Sea disputes, the aftershocks of the Lahad Datu insurgency, and the ever-increasing following of the Islamic State militant group, especially in Southeast Asia, the threat of terrorism is more imminent than it ever has been since our independence. Are extreme measures the only way to negotiate this? Could there be a better way? Right now, the government has decided that drastic immediate action is what will be the solution to the problem, and with the NSC, they have made it such that these actions can be confined within the limits of allocated secure zones instead of applying it to the entire country when need be. Will this succeed in being a preventive measure? Only time will tell. Till next time, I'm Daniel Anthony. Thanks for watching. This is